All right, so this little tutorial is how to make fuzzy text. You see this lovely little fuzzy word that I made. And if you zoom in really close, it's like, oh, it's really spiky. It's got lots of little feather looking thing. It looks like a feather boa. The thing is, so, oh yeah. First of all, this is Illustrator, by the way. So this is how it's made. If you go under View up here and go Command Y or Alt Y on the PC, show the outline. This is how it's made. So how is this possible? It's quite easy, actually. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to keep that one open, and I'm going to create a new artboard quickly. So we go to my artboard palette, create a new one. It goes side by side. I want it to be stacked on top of one another. So in my artboard palette down there on the left, bottom left, it says rearrange artboards. So I'm gonna go vertical right here, and there you go. So it's a little easier to, to scroll up and down instead of sideways, right? So this is how it happens. So first of all, everything happens with a blend tool, which I don't think any of the assignment covers it. So first of all, I'm going to create a basic shape, right, with the pen tool. So I'm going to go create some crazy little lines like this. And what I want to do is I want to create an H letter shape that looks completely out of this world, like so. But I don't want to fill, so it's on a fill. So I want to make sure that I go into my palette right here. I don't want to fill, I want to stroke so you can see it, right? So for example, right, and you can start, or you can also do like, from basic shape. So I want to type the letter hot. So for example, this is a perfect circle. So I don't want it to be perfect. So I'm going to go into my pen tool quickly, add an extra anchor there. Direct selection tool, zoom in, and I just select that area right in between the path between those two anchors. I'm just going to delete it. And that way I can drag that one over, this one over right here, make it a little bit different looking. And so that's a quick basic shape. You can also use the pen tool, right? So you can go, you know what, I'm going to make it hot. So I'm going to go like so. It's really rough. So at this point, I've got those three shapes. So how do I do this? Create a circle and put a fill to it. So right now I already have in my swatches right here, I already have the orange to yellow, and I make a pink gradient for the fuzzy one. So this time we're going to use the orange to yellow to make it hot, right? We're going to go into the gradient palette right here, and we're going to rotate it to 90 degrees. So it goes up and down. All right, so I'm going to concentrate on that little tiny little circle. Make it a little bigger. And you know what? Oh no, a little small. And then duplicate that one. So I just press and hold my Option key and then my Shift key at the same time, so it stays on the same horizontal line. Select both of those, and then use the blend tool right here. And then go from click this one, click that one, and it blends in, right? So the problem is this is what it does. It does only 2 steps. So double click on your blend tool, preview, and I go specified distance. And it just goes like this. So this is my specified distance. I can change it later. I can go okay. So now what I do is I have, again, this is the outline. I have one circle that blends into another circle. The blend tool does this quickly as a demonstration. You have a circle, and then you have a rectangle. And so you select both, use the blend tool, click on that one, click on this one. This is what it does. It will blend from one shape to another, right? With how many steps you want. You can use that with text. You can use that with basic shapes. You can use that with any kind of object. Basically transform one shape into another. And by double clicking, I'm losing my voice, by double clicking on your tool here, you can set the number of steps. Here I have only 6 steps, but I can do 20 steps. And there's my preview, and it's nice and smooth. Oh, smoother, I should say. What you can do is that line right here that is between from this object to this object, you can change that line as well. You can use your pen tool right here. You can add an anchor in there, and you can literally just zoom it around like this. You can also curve it. And here, all I'm doing is I'm staying in my pen tool. I'm pressing the Option key just to change my type of tool. Right? So here you can change that. However, this is not what I want. This is just a quick demonstration on how the blend tool functions. What I want to do is this. First, duplicate that guy right there and duplicate again. So one for each of those objects. Select your blended object and your line right there. And then you go under Object in your menu, and you go to Blend right here, and you go Replace Spine. And what it does, it will replace the spine or the shape that I drew in black there with that blended object. And this is what it does. Ooh, magic, look at this, it looks like a worm. Again, I can go back into my blend tool, double click it. My specified distance is quite wide, so I can go super narrow and it'll make it smoother, right? Oh, turn it on again, there's a preview, make it smoother. So how do I get to the fuzzy hot stuff, right? Make it look like this. All it is, it's a, oh, get a little lag here. All it is, it's a filter on it. So you select that object, go under Effect, Distort and Transform, and then you go Roughen. Hit Preview, and this is what it does. So by changing the details, you get a little bit spikier. By changing the size, so let's go for 100%. And by changing the size, it'll get fuzzier and fuzzier and fuzzier. Takes a little time to render. It is perfect. Top-notch fuzzy stuff. And then all you have to do is do it again right here. Select those two. Object, Blend, Replace Spine. Select those two. Object, Blend, Replace Spine. It gets repetitive. And then because my effect is still turned on, I can just apply again, right? So apply Roughen. And again, Effect, apply Roughen right here. And there you go, you have some hot stuff, hot fuzzy stuff. Just like that. Illustrator is fun. So for the fuzzy one that I did here is I created one line. As you can see, it's just a single line that I just drew very roughly with a little pen tool. And then there's my object that just replaces the spine so that those two little circles go all the way along. This one is on 3 objects. I just wanted to do it in 3 pieces just so I could show it to you and repeat it 3 times. So there, this is how you create some hot fuzz.